Hi YouTube lands, and welcome to this new video where I have a few tips and tricks for your S21 Ultra Plus or the regular one, because you have a lot of cameras, you have a lot of options, and probably you don't know all the tips that you can do and get the most out of your system. I also have the S20 and all those tricks will also work on those, so if you have an older version this probably will apply to your device as well. Let's without further ado, let's continue.
Tip 1. A more accurate zoom.
You have a lot of zoom options with the S21 Ultra. You can hit the 3x icon, you can hit the 10x icon, or you can, for instance, use the 2x on the options below. You can use the pinch to zoom, but as you can see, this is very fast in and out. So what I like to do is hit on the icon to get to the most desirable length, and then hit and touch the icon, and then move slowly around to get to the position where I think, okay, this is where I want to have it, and then click on the shutter to take the picture.
Tip 2. Reset Pro settings.
So here we're in Pro mode, and we have a lot of options that you can set to take the perfect picture. If you want, I can make another video of it explaining what every single setting does and how and when to use it. But for now, let's assume you have made a mess like I did it now, like this, and you want to clean up, set it back to the defaults. The only thing that you need to do is swipe to the right and hit the reset button, and now you're back to the defaults.
Tip 3. Focus and exposure.
So you can touch here on this label, and now you can see the autofocus, and the exposure is based on where I set my focus. But if you want to set the exposure to a different location, you can do that by press and hold. And then you can see you got two circles. One is for the autofocus, now on the label, and the other one is for the exposure. And if you move this to a very lit area, like here, you can see you get a more darker picture. And if you move it to a more darker area, you get a more lit picture.
Tip 4. Max out night mode shot.
As you can see, we're now in a dark environment, and you can also see that there's a lot of noise going on. And it's just to do night shot. Well, let's assume we take this night shot 3 seconds. And we get maybe a decent picture. But everybody knows we have also night mode. So in night mode, it also takes 3 seconds. But what you can do if you think the picture is not lit enough or whatever, just touch the auto 3 seconds, set it to max, and now you see you have a 5-second night picture.
Tip 5. Level.
I also saw this little dot coming into life, and first of all, I didn't know what it was, but then I thought, oh, maybe if I get it into the circle and I see, then it's level.
Tip 6. Tracking autofocus.
So everybody knows if you touch and then it's focused on that. But what if you have moving objects like dogs, animals, childs or whatever? Then you have to keep on touching your screen and follow that person. Another way to solve that is go to the settings and enable the tracking autofocus like I'm doing now. If you now hit something, for instance this very walking light, and then you can see it is following this object.
Tip 7. High efficiency image file format.
So there are two ways to store your image on your internal drive. One is the default, which you can use in every application. I didn't encounter any issues with it. And well, let's take a picture. And the other one, if you go to the settings, you go to format and advanced settings or options, and you can enable the high efficiency image file pictures like you see here. I will enable this one, and I will take this same picture. If we now go to the gallery app and we would look at this picture, so this is the one with the HEIF format. If you would go to the details, you can see that is 2.75 MB. If we now would go to the other file, you can see in the details it's 3.92 MB. So definitely a smaller impact. So you would say, hooray, but let's now go to another application. Let's go to the Lightroom application and import those two files that I just created. So I add them. And as you already can see, you saw a big green spot. So here you can see that green spot again on this picture. So with a regular picture, you don't have this issue. But if you look at this, you just get a green spot. Well, I'm not liking it. So that is one of the backdraw of using that HEIF format.
Tip 8. Shutter button options.
You can take a picture by pressing the shutter button. Second thing is, you can press the shutter button, move it around, and place it anywhere on the screen. So if you hold it in a horizontal position or a strange position and you can hardly reach the shutter button, then you can move it to a location where you can use it. So press it now and you can create that picture. For instance, if you directly want to go to recording a video, but you don't want to move to video, what you can do is just press and hold the shutter button. So now we're recording. So I release it, stop. And the last tip that I don't want to show you is a burst shot. So if you have a lot of moving things going around, or you want to take as fast as many pictures as you want, then the only thing that you need to do is press and slide down like so. And now you're making burst pictures. Well, I hope you have seen all those tips and tricks and hope that it's beneficial for your picture taking qualities and stuff that you want to do with it. Well, this is for me it for now. Hope to catch you in the next video. Right on.